So if you're running a service-based business, an agency, you're going to realize at some point, I realized it when our agency crossed about 30, 40, probably actually about $50,000 per month is when I realized, holy shit, for lack of a better word, this is going to be probably the biggest problem that we have for the rest of our life. And it's every single company's biggest problem. The problem is how to find and build a pipeline of amazing A+ people that you can hire. Very, very difficult thing to do. And I want to show you how we've done it in BetterAMS. I don't think it's the best thing ever. I think that we could probably do a better job with it, but we have figured out somewhat of a growth hack process that has fortunately allowed us to hire everybody that we have hired so far. And it's super important because if you want to scale, it doesn't matter if you have a lead gen system that can bring you 10 clients a month every month. You need to have a talent pipeline system that can bring you 10 potential great hires every single month. So your lead gen system and your talent pipeline system, they need to be running at the same throughput. These two systems, these two machines, they need to be balanced. If one goes up and all of a sudden you're signing 100 clients, the whole system breaks because this system didn't increase and you don't have capacity to be able to hire people as quickly as you can sign clients. Does that make sense? That's the bottleneck of every service-based business has. Product-based companies, they don't really have this because what happens if their product starts going through the roof? If their product gets featured on a major television show like Ellen or like Good Morning America, what do they have to do? They just call their manufacturer and they order 1 million units and that's it. They don't need to hire 400 more people, right? So this is going to be your biggest bottleneck. I want to tackle how I think you can be able to fill your talent pipeline, at least from what we've learned in BetterAMS. And let's get straight into the whiteboard, okay? So number one is we don't have the best talent pipeline or recruiting system on earth, guaranteed. I mean, our agency is only last month did about $100,000 in revenue. It's not that much. We are not recruiting experts. However, inbound marketing is primarily where a lot of our leads come from, at least from clients that we sign. And what we've noticed over the last 1 to 2 years, especially now in the last 6 months, after doing content for 1 to 2 years consistently and becoming a thought leader in the space and getting our name out there on especially LinkedIn, and now we're moving towards YouTube, and now we're launching our own blog on our website, what we've noticed is that inbound marketing does not just attract clients, it attracts great talent, okay? My first hire, my first account executive that we hired in BetterAMS, who is now partner of the agency and technically a co-founder if you look at the story of how BetterAMS grew, she came through watching a YouTube video of me speaking in Hong Kong at an event. So that was content, inbound marketing, right? I went to speak at an event and she saw this YouTube video. She reached out to me. She said, hey, are you hiring? I was hiring at the time. She came from an agency that was doing similar to what we were doing. She was a perfect hire, A+ hire. She's signed in terms of clients and revenue that she's driven, probably if not over $100,000 in MRR, new MRR to the agency. Now she has equity in the company. She took the agency from a very small space to a huge space in terms of the scale. It was probably at least 400% growth in a matter of 18 months. And that's amazing. That's an A+ person. Someone that comes in and you're like, holy, I'm not going to say it because I don't want YouTube to censor this video, but you're like, wow. You just look at what this person does to your company and you think, wow, I did not expect that. Okay, if you see someone in your company and you say, wow, wow, and you're just in awe, and this person is continually doing things that is just kind of blowing your mind. You're like, wow, what is going on? That's an A+ person. Someone that's continuously blowing your mind. It could be once a quarter. If it's once a month, I mean, dear Lord, you have an A+++ person. But once a quarter, something epic happens. It's just unreal. That's an A+ person, and they're driving revenue, or they're doing something that is just completely unexpected, that is pushing the company upward. Okay, it is helping you guys grow. Anyways. A+ people, they're hard to find. However, if you have great inbound marketing, what you'll find is that you'll also have a good talent pipeline. It's not going to be perfect. However, it's going to be really, really damn good, and you don't need to go out and pay a recruiting agency, at least for your first 5 to 10 hires. Okay, we're kind of at the point now where we need to figure something out, and we need to scale the talent pipeline further, but we've been able to get to where we are. I think we're about 13 people now. I would say 6 people onshore, and about the rest of it, 6 or 7 offshore. I consider onshore to be like United States. Like I'm in Panama City. We got one guy in Guatemala. We got someone from New Zealand. I'm also Canadian. But anyways, just onshore people, mostly first world country, getting paid typical salaries that you would see in the United States. Offshore is more people in the Philippines. That amazing team, they're great. But we've been able to get to where we are without a recruiting agency, without having to do like cold outreach to ideal potential candidates that we would want to hire. We did spend a little bit of money on LinkedIn ads, maybe $300-400 total. That also brought in some decent applications. We're going to look at potentially doing that more. But the purpose of this video is to tell you that inbound marketing has a fantastic second order consequence, and that is filling your talent pipeline. So I highly recommend getting into the groove of putting out content. If you're at a level of around $15,000-20,000 per month, and you're going to potentially get into the need to, the position where you need to hire more people and continue to scale, because people is going to become your biggest bottleneck, especially over $50,000 a month. You're going to notice that is the biggest issue that you have, especially when you figure out the lead gen system thing. It doesn't stop. Now you need to figure out the talent pipeline thing, and that one's even harder than the lead gen system, in my opinion. It's harder to be able to get great talented individuals than it is to get great clients. Some people could argue that. That's fine. At this stage of our agency, I would say that stands true at this stage. So let me know your thoughts. This was quite the blank whiteboard. We didn't really use too much, but if I was to use this, I would probably say that the reason why content is so great is because when you're putting out great content, other people who are not ideal clients, let's just say that these people here, they see your content and they see you as a thought leader. They get attracted to your content, they get attracted to what it is that you're putting out, and they want to become part of that mission. They want to become part of the culture. They want to work with you, the thought leader in the space. They want to work with the best. In general, A+ people want to work with the best. And if they can't see who is the best, you might have a fantastic outbound system. You may have some of the best brands in the world that you work with. But if you visually, like, people cannot see that you are working with these brands or that you're doing amazing stuff because you just don't put in any content, which that's your decision. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. But they won't come to you unless you're somehow paying a recruiting agency a ridiculous amount of money. And again, I don't have experience with recruiting agencies, so I can't tell you if they're good or bad. But growth hack, 0 to 100,000, just put out some damn good content. Do it for 18, 24 months. You're going to start to see the effects of it, and it's going to fill your talent pipeline. And you won't need to pay a recruiting agency. You won't need to get into the bottleneck of not having anybody to hire. That's one of the worst things that can happen. Content, inbound marketing, fantastic thing to help you fill the talent pipeline. Get some more A+ people in there. All right. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button if you have not hit it, and hit the notification bell as well. Thank you so much again. Much love and ciao.